Hello students, welcome to the channel. Today, in continuation to the earlier video, we are going to solve previous year's questions from IIT JEE based on locus problems. These are all very important questions. Hope you would like them. So let's get down to solving these questions. Now we have a question from Jeemain 2021 which says locus of midpoints of chords of x square minus y square equal to 4 which touch the parabola y square equal to 8x is. 4 options are given and we have to select one correct option. We start by saying if x1 y1 is the midpoint of a chord, then the equation is t equals to s1. T equals to s1 is the expression used for any second degree curve here. You have to replace x square by xx1 and y square by y1 in our case, and s1 is replacing x and y by x1 and y1. So these two are equated and then 4 is cancelled out. You get one equation which is equation of a line which is the chord in question. We mark it as equation 1, and then secondly we also write equation of tangent to a parabola in general. So equation of tangent to y square equal to 4ax will be given as y is equal to mx plus a by m. Then you can simplify it further and write it m square x minus my plus a equal to 0. Now these two lines, second equation, let's mark it. Now these two lines are representing the same line. So these equations are representing the same line. So the ratio of coefficients must be equal. So x1 by m square is equal to minus y1 by minus m is equal to the constant terms in the two equations. These are the expressions. Now from the first two we get m is cancelled out. You get m is equal to x1 by y1. This is the value of m from the first two. Now we equate the second two, that is y1 by m1 and this one, and from here we get another relation putting the value of m as x1 by y1 in this expression. When you put m is equal to x1 by y1, m is eliminated totally, and now we have an equation which connects x1 and y1. Actually this is the equation of the locus required, but here a is also appearing. A is definitely 2 because y squared is equal to 8x is given to us. 4a is 8, a is 2. Putting that 2 here, these equations become like this. Since y square equal to 4x is y square equal to 8x here. So 4a is 8 and hence a is 2. Now simplifying them, you get 2y1 square is equal to x1 into y1 square minus x1 cube. Taking the cube term to the left hand side, you get y1 square x1 minus 2. Replacing x1 as x and y1 by y, you get the expressions as this, which is the answer for this question. So looking at the options, A option is the correct answer. So let's go to the next question then. Next question says locus of midpoints of chord of contact drawn from the points on 4x minus 5y equals to 20 to the circle x square plus y square equal to 9 is. Again 4 options there and one is correct. This is from IIT JEE 2012 examination. Now here first of all locus of midpoints of the chord drawn from the points on the line. So if x1 y1 is the midpoint of the chord, its equation once again as in the last question, it is t is equal to s1. So it is xx1 plus y1 minus 9 is equal to x1 square plus y1 square minus 9 from the equation of the circle. 9 gets cancelled out and you get this equation for the equation of chord having midpoint at x1 y1. Now let hk be the point on the line from where this chord is being drawn. So it will satisfy the equation 4x minus 5y equals to 20. So this way we get one more equation relating h and k. 4h minus 5k is 20. Now next step will be the equation of chord of contact from h comma k to this circle. It is given by capital T equal to 0. Now capital T will be xx1 plus y1 minus 9 and it should be put equal to 0. This is the equation of that chord of contact from the point hk to the circle. Now this equation becomes hx plus ky minus 9 equals to 0 since it is coming from h comma k. Now this is the equation number 3rd. Now from first and third we see they represent the same line. Hence the ratio of coefficients must be equated like this. And then we can get the value of h and k in terms of x1 and y1 like this. Now hk lies on the line 4x minus 5y equals to 20. So we can put these values in this equation of line. So this completes the process of finding the locus because we have got a relation in terms of x1 and y1 through this. Now you can just simplify the terms to get the final answer as here. It becomes 20 times x1 square plus y1 square, which can be written x and y now because it is the final answer. So x square plus y square and then minus 36x plus 45y equals to 0. So this is the answer which comes out as the option A again, right? So that's how the answer will be. So let's go over to the next question. Now the next question says, let S1 be x square plus y square equals to 9 and S2 be x minus 2 whole square plus y square equal to 1. Then the locus of center of the circle which touches S1 internally and S2 externally always passes through which of these points? Again, this question is from Jeemain 2021. We have the figure here, diagram here. We can see the two circles and the third which is touching the bigger one internally and the smaller one externally. You can see S1 has center C1 0, 0 and radius 1 9. S2 is the center C having the center C2 2, 0 and radius 2 as 1, and S is the third circle having center H, K and radius, let's say, equal to R. Now in this situation we can see very well the circle C, it is touching S1 internally. So CC1 will be 9 minus R, difference of the radii, and CC2, since it is touching externally, it will be sum of the radii, so 1 plus R. Now if you add these two, CC1 plus CC2 becomes 10, which is a constant. Hence the locus of the center C is an ellipse. Sum of the distances is constant. You might remember it is the condition for an ellipse. The C1 and C2 act as the foci F1 and F2, and the distance F1 F2 will be 2AE, which is here equal to 2. Now the sum of the distances is equal to 2A, so 10 is equal to 2A, so A will become 5. Now if you take the ratio of these two equations, you get E, which is 1 by 5. So you got A as 5, E as 1 by 5, and B therefore can be found as B square is equal to A square into 1 minus E square. So we get 5 square times 1 minus 1 by 5 whole square. That gets you the value 24. So B square is 24, A is 5, so A square is 25. Now the center of the ellipse we can find by taking the midpoint of the two foci. The foci are 0, 0 and 2, 0. So the center is going to be 1, 0, the center midpoint of these two. Equation, now we can write equation of the ellipse will be x minus 1 whole square by A square, which is 5 square, plus y minus 0 whole square by 24, which is B square, and this is equal to 1. So this is the equation that you got here. X minus 1 whole square by 25 plus y minus 0 whole square by 24 equal to 1. Now we just need to check which option satisfies, and it is the 1 comma plus minus 2 root 6 which satisfies, and that's why this is going to be the fourth option is going to be the correct answer. Let's go to the question number 4 now. Equation of the two sides of a triangle are x equal to 0 and y equal to 3, and third side is tangent to y square equal to 6x. Then the locus of circumcenter of the triangle is 4 options given, 1 correct, Jeemain 2023 question. We start by the fact that for a right angled triangle, the circumcenter is midpoint of the hypotenuse. This you might be aware of. So we are going to make use of this fact. Looking at the sketch, you can see this is the parabola, which is y square equal to 6x, and then this is the line y equals to 3, horizontal line. X equal to 0 is the y axis and the tangent you can see through this green line, and the triangle thus formed. So the shaded area represents the triangle that is being formed by these three. Now for y square equal to 4ax, we can see the tangent is y is equal to mx plus a by m. Now 4a is 6, so a is 3 by 2. So that's why we can now write the equation of the tangent as y is equal to mx plus 3 by 2m, replacing a by 3 by 2. So this is the equation of the tangent that we have found here. Now what we do is we find the intersection of this tangent with the x equal to 0 and y is equal to 3 lines. By putting x equal to 0, you get y is equal to 3 by 2m. So this is the point of intersection, which is 0, 3 by 2m. It is one of the vertices of the triangle. Okay, then we put another value, that is y equals to 3, to find the another point of intersection. When you put y equals to 3, you can find x from here. Again, putting it in the equation of the tangent, you get x as 3 minus 3 by 2m whole 1 by m. This is the value of x when y is 3. You can write it like 3 by m, 1 minus 2, 1 by 2m. Now this point 3 by m, 1 minus 1 by 2m, comma 3 is another vertex of the triangle that we have shown here in the diagram. Now having found these two vertices, we know that if h comma k is the midpoint of these two vertices, then it is nothing but the circumcenter of the triangle. Right. So now we say hk, if suppose hk is the midpoint, then h will be equal to x1 plus x2 by 2, and similarly k will be y1 plus y2 by 2, this way. We get two equations now. We need to finally get the relation between h and k, so we need to eliminate m from these two equations. So what do? We simplify it first. We get this relation in the first, and we get 3 by 4m plus 3 by 2 in the second. Now the second one can be modified, like we can write this one as 3 by 4m equals k minus 3 by 2, and the first one we write it as, first we bring it in terms of 3 by 4m because we got that expression from the second equation. So I write h is equal to 2 times 3 by 4m and then minus 3 by 4m whole square into 4 by 3, so that I can replace 3 by 4m from the first equation. So you put that value k minus 3 by 2 here and put it in place of 3 by 4m. You get expressions like these, which now just need to be simplified, multiplying the whole equation. First simplifying 2k minus 3 minus 4 by 3 times, expand the terms now first, and then multiply the whole equation by 3. You get 3h is equal to 6k minus 9 minus 4x square minus 9 plus 12k, and then 4k square minus 18k plus 3h plus 18 equals to 0 is the final relation. Replace them by x and y. You get 4y square minus 18y plus 3x plus 18 equals to 0. So this is the answer to this question, which is option 3rd, right? So that is how the answer can be found. So let's now go over to the next question, which says the locus of the centroid of the triangle formed by any point P on the hyperbola given here and its foci is. So first of all, we need to simplify this equation. This is from Jeemain 2023. We need to simplify the equation of the hyperbola given here to bring it in terms of, in the form that we know. So we need to complete these squares, collecting the x terms together and y terms together, and then writing them in terms of perfect square. See, it can become x plus 1 square minus 1 square, and the second one is y minus 2 whole square minus 2 square, right? So this is how we can complete these squares and then take out the terms separately. So we get equations like this, minus 16 plus 36 minus 164 is 0. Further, you can collect the terms, the constants to the right hand side and divide by that. So this will get you 16x plus 1 whole square minus 9y minus 2 whole square equals to 144. Dividing by 144, you get x plus 1 whole square by 9 minus y minus 2 whole square by y minus 2 whole square by 16 equals to 1. So this is the equation in standard form. Now you can replace x plus 1 by capital X and y minus 2 by capital Y to bring it in exactly the form that we know. This is it. Now you can read the values of a and b as 3 and 4 and get the eccentricity also. Now we should recall general point on the hyperbola is a sec theta comma b tan theta. A sec theta comma b tan theta in case of the hyperbola, which is the standard form that we know in case of x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. Now here we have the case of shifted case. So capital X will be 3 sec theta and capital Y will be 4 tan theta. Replacing x and y by their values, x plus 1 equals to 3 sec theta and y minus 2 equals to 4 tan theta. You get the values of x and y as 3 sec theta minus 1, x will be 3 sec theta minus 1 and y will be 4 tan theta plus 2. Now these values, they give you the general point lying on this hyperbola, that is 3 sec theta minus 1 comma 4 tan theta minus 2 is any point, any general point lying on our hyperbola, right? This hyperbola which is given in the question. Now this is okay. Furthermore, we need to find the foci of this hyperbola. The foci are given as capital X equal to plus minus AE comma capital Y equals to 0. Once again we have all these values, so we write E we need to find. So E is 1 plus b square by square root, that comes out as 1 plus 16 by 9 square root, that comes out as 5 by 3. Putting it in the expressions here, and A we know is 3, B is 4. Hence capital X, which is x plus 1, it is equal to plus minus 3 into 5 by 3, and that gets you plus minus 5. So that x can be written as minus 5 plus minus 5. So it is minus 6 or it is 4. X is found for the two values. Now y, capital Y, which is y minus 2, it is 0. So y comes out as 2. Hence we got the two foci. The foci are minus 6 comma 2 and 4 comma 2. So we have all the 3 points now. The general point P in terms of sec theta tan theta, and these two are the two foci. Now if HK is the centroid of the triangle formed by these points, we know the relation how to find, right? So general point and the two foci, they form a triangle. H comma K is the centroid. So we can say H is, as we know, x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. So it will be sum of the x coordinates, adding them together like this, and by 3. Same way K is also y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So adding the y coordinates, which is 4 tan theta plus 2 and again plus 2 whole upon 3. So this way we get the two relations. Now we need to get an equation in terms of h and k. For that we need to eliminate theta. So first we find out the values of sec theta and tan theta from these equations. Sec theta comes out as h plus 1, and from the second equation you can see, we can simplify further. 3k is equal to 3k minus 6 is equal to 4 tan theta. So tan theta comes out as 3k minus 6 by 4. So we got the values of sec theta and tan theta. So last step is sec square theta minus tan square theta. As we know, it is equal to 1. Putting these values in this equation, you get h plus 1 whole square minus 3k minus 6 by 4 whole square equals to 1. Now simplifying further, multiplying by 16, you get expression like these. so that you get the final answer as 16x square minus 9y square plus 32x plus 36y minus 36 equals to 0, and that is the option here, which is option first. So that is the correct answer for this question 4. Let's go over to the question number 5 then, which says the locus of the point of intersection of the given lines is a conic whose eccentricity is. Jeemain 23 question. So we write the two equations as this, and then we multiply the second equation by k, so that it becomes root 3kx minus ky minus 4 root 3k square equals to 0. Now first and the second, we need to solve these two for x and y. Now if you subtract the two equations, 1 minus 2, you get 2ky minus 4 root 3 plus 4 root 3k square equal to 0. This will on simplification give you y equals to 4 root 3 1 minus k square upon 2k, which becomes 2 root 3 1 by k minus k. Similarly, if you add the two equations, equation 1 plus equation 2, you will get 2 root 3 kx minus 4 root 3 1 plus k square equals 0. So that gets you the value of x as 2 times k 1 plus k square by k, which can be written as x equal to 2 times 1 by k plus k. Now we got the two values x and y. We need to just get the relation between them, because this is the point of intersection whose locus we need to find. So what we do is x by 2 is 1 by k plus k, and y by 2 root 3 is 1 by k minus k. Squaring them and subtracting them, x by 2 whole square and y by 2 root 3 whole square. You subtract, you get 1 by k plus k whole square minus 1 by k minus k whole square. Now the first one becomes 1 by k square plus 2. Second one 1 by k square plus k square minus 2. So when you subtract, 2 plus 2 becomes 4. Other terms get cancelled out. So you get finally x square by 16 minus y square by 48 is equal to 1. Now eccentricity, very easily we can find this for this hyperbola. A square is 16, b square is 48. So 1 plus 48 by 16 is basically 3. So 1 plus 3, which is 4, root of 4 is 2. So 2 is the answer for this question, option third.